of my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I...
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Aguilar, flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Blues will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Jackson running again. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. But not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson now. And it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Aguilar. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 8 catches, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Jackson going to take this himself.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Ravens first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jackson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
To throw again is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down now. It's Moore. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Sky Moore with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Throwing on first down, Aguilar. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Aguilar firing quickly here, and that's complete.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down. It's Moore, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a handoff up the middle. Moore. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
To throw on second down, Aguilar.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down and 3.
Back to throw. Aguilar got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nifty move. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
You know, has to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Man, that is deflating going into the break. You're in a position with a chance to tie the game, but this kick is off the mark, and they're going to remain 3 points down heading into the break.
A final shot before break. Aguilar. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On third down, Aguilar. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some space here. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Jones has it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Aguilar. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
Off play action. Aguilar. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Blues take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a give, right side. Moore.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Here's Jackson.
Outright and brought in by Moore.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Aguilar looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They run a draw here on second down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Aguilar, and it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
They run a draw here on second down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Aguilar. This is caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this obviously about as short of a field goal as you can get. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Jackson on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll run on first down. It's Moore. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And it'll be intercepted. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Aguilar. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Aguilar. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 16, a little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick-6. And he wisely will throw that one away. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 3.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points in the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.